welcome. Maybe this is the best way to do this. I am gone, dude. So many vitamins. I'm not sure how much of me is even here. And I thought that was a fuck up. But it might actually be the best way to hear this. If there's actually 21 killer guitar players, this might be the best. I don't know if I would choose to do it any other way than the way I'm doing it right now. And I didn't choose this. It was chosen for me by Cosmic. You know who Cosmic is? Fucking look it up with him. Her. Hims. Hers. Theirs. Business. Hey. 11 and a half minutes of what I imagine to be cock-slapping, taint-rumbling fucking guitar. I imagine. I don't know. It could just be like smooth fucking R&B. Let's go. The timing is fucked up. It's harder than it appears. I feel like that's the same guitar the dude in the other video was using. What's his name? Drusif? Is that his name? I feel like that's the same fucking guitar. Guy's pinky game. His pinky game's on point. I respect it. I like this dude. Because I feel like he's having to, people underestimate the use of the pinky. They really do. They fuck up. I would say the number one problem with rock guitar players, if we're talking about mechanics, pinky. They really overdevelop the index, middle, and ring finger, and they sacrifice their pinky. This dude is fucking holding the pinky down. Oh, there's Jason Richardson. Y'all asked me about him before. Actually, this is case in point. He's killing it, but if you look at the way his hand is laid out, you're going to maybe talk about like actual guitar technique. The way you line up your hand has a lot to do with how your actual fingers play the instrument. And so you might think it's correlation versus causation. You're like, oh, I hold my hand this way because I use my index and middle finger and ring finger because they're like fairly strong fingers. They're longer than the pinky, and that's just the way you do. But you don't realize that the way you're orienting your actual hand versus the guitar is making your pinky less able to be strong. And I can immediately see a clear giveaway. Clear giveaway. You want like a fucking $100 lesson in fucking a minute and a half? Here's one, tiny one. Take your knuckles of your fretting hand and make it like a line. Like you have like a, I don't know, if I had a nail file. Well, let's take this pin, and this pin is now a level for my hands. What you want, right? You actually want to tilt towards your weakest digit to give it power. So if you should theoretically just have a perpendicular hand to your neck. So like the neck of the guitar is here, your hand is here, fine. But if you were going to tilt your hand at all, one way or the other, you'd actually want to tilt towards your weakest digit because it gives your weakest digit more power and your stronger fingers already have power. But his hand is the opposite. His hand is tilted that way. Taking his shortest finger further away from the guitar. making it harder to have a nice curve and land directly on the tip of the finger. Can we demonstrate that on the classical? I think we can. Don't fall off, mic box. So here, this is like an electric guitar player plays. You see this tilt on my hand here? And all my fingers, yeah, they're all good. But what I do with as soon as I use my index finger, if you look at you look at my pinky finger, you'll see my pinky stretching very far. But that's because my hand is tilted. If I rotate my hand and make my actual knuckles parallel with the fingerboard, you will see all of a sudden my pinky has no problem having a nice curved position where I can pull off with nice power on the pinky. So if you're going to tilt your hand, you want to tilt to compensate for the weakest finger, not tilting for the strongest. But the average guitar player, electric guitar player, will tilt this way. They'll take their pinky further away from the guitar. They will give more power to their 3 strongest fingers, and they will rely on these 3 to do like crazy cool shit, and occasionally reach out. And if you look when they're reaching out with their pinky, they won't even have a curve in the finger. They're almost like slapping the guitar with the pinky. Instead, you want to rotate that hand over, be parallel with the guitar. Now you can actually curve your finger, and you can still stretch if you want to, but it's a really big giveaway of, oh, well, there's no other way to say it, bad technique. Can you play great with bad technique? Yes. Yes, of course you can. It's just how do you utilize your fingers? So when I see shit like this, I know I'm not going to see anything mesmerizing between all the digits and the pinky. It's just not going to happen. That's just not the dude's hand. And I can see that in 10 seconds. That's why I charge motherfuckers money, dude. Like, if you were here with me, I would like, what the fuck are you doing? Let's fix that. That's hashtag no pinky. Dope. Also, his hand is slanted, but it's for a different reason. He's doing the this thing. Like, if you've ever gotten lazy playing your power chords. Wait, I'm too differently. So sometimes you get lazy. Instead of doing this, you switch to your pinky. You still don't have to tilt your fingers, but it kind of would make sense. He's a little relaxed. He's not doing anything crazy with his hand. So it's not really such a big deal that his hand is tilted. And he's also relaxing, not using his second and third finger as much. He's relying on his pinky, where some of us would use our third finger. Parallel. Nailed it. This dude, whoever the fuck this guy is, buried alive, his knuckles are parallel with the fretboard. And he's already ripping shit. Dude is serious about playing. And the bass. Is he also the same person on the bass? But again, look here on the bass. His knuckles are parallel to the fretboard, giving equal power to all the stuff. And again, like I said, if you were going to tilt, you want to tilt towards your weakest digit, which is counterintuitive. No one tilts that way. But you want to tilt to make your weakest digit more powerful. Fuck yeah. And they both, is it 2 people or 1 person? But anyways, their hands are still, they've remained parallel the entire time, knowing that that's just actually how they play. Now, I don't know if they trained whatever to do that or they just discovered that, but they're, no matter what they're playing, they're remaining parallel to the fretboard.
Here's another example of sheer brute force.
Okay, now this is different because you're tapping and you need a bunch of power when you tap. And you know what digits you're tapping with. So this is not about, you don't need all 4 fingers on each hand to be equally powerful. You need the ones you're using to be powerful because you know what you're tapping. You've planned this out. So being tilted is not a problem here. Fuck yeah. It is fucking weird though, but it works. Is this Ichika? You can also immediately tell, see how relaxed his hand is, but again, still parallel. The thing is, if you play with proper form, it seems weird. It seems like, oh, hey, what do you want proper form for? Is that the idea is if you're going to play hard shit, you want to play hard shit as easily as possible. You don't want to work harder to play something hard than you have to. And so you'll often find that when people train a long time, when they play hard stuff, they actually seem relaxed because they're getting rid of inefficiencies in their playing. His hand is very parallel to the fretboard. Just map it out. Like fucking freeze frame it and draw a line on his knuckles, parallel. He's got a nice curve. His hands don't look big. My hands are small. And the only reason, see that curve in his pinky again, clear giveaway of a good hand is if the pinky is still curved. Like a nice curve, like a hose. Think of the energy. Are we making this just like a guitar lesson thing? Think of the energy coming through your body, going through your arms and your elbow to your fingers. Think of it like energy through a hose. Like when you like when you like used to be a kid and fucking, or an adult, and you'd like hit people with the hose. Not with the squeeze handle, but when you would like crimp a hose, and you would shoot them with it, right? But when you crimp the hose, all of a sudden no water comes out. It's like a drip or nothing. And then you relax it and you shoot a motherfucker. Think of your fingers that way. That when you crimp the fingers, like you restrict the ability for energy to get through your arm, through your wrist to your fingers. So having good curved fingers is not like this ideal thing like, oh, it's good because it's good. No, it's like it's the flow of the water. We want the water to make it all the way to the string on the fretboard. And we don't want any weird fucking crimps in the hand. And so by having the parallel hand, we can have nice curved fingers. The energy flows through all the way to the tips of our fingers, which hopefully have like a nice landing position on the string for our hammer-ons and pull-offs and all that. Notice, he's still parallel all through all this. The majority of the time, he stays parallel, even when he's moving quickly. And I should, again, state what the opposite of that is. The opposite of the parallel is the tilted hand, where you tilt towards the index and middle finger. You tilt this way. But his hand doesn't look that. His hand is this. And that's dope. And he's hybrid picking. Also dope. Tosin, the thing I know him for out of everything is his ability to take the Victor Wooten down up the thump, which is you go down with your thumb and then up with your thumb on the same string, and then you can still use 2 fingers to do like either triplets or not sextuplets, but 16ths. And he's sick with that. That's what I know him for. I mean, he does a lot of things, but that's the thing that I respect most, that I'm like, oh fuck, that's hard as fuck. He's doing it already. You can see it. And you see, so I can tell you kind of how it works, but I never really drilled it. So what you do is you lock this middle knuckle. You lock this here. So you see this big curve. But you're not like curving it this way. At least I've not seen anyone do it that way. So you curve this, so this basically becomes a stick. And you go down and then up off the side of your finger. Bop, 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 bop. And then you add your index finger for a triplet. Triplet, 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 or this finger for 16ths. 1 E and a 1 E and a 1 E and a 1 E and a 1 E and a. But I never got fast with that. I never really worked it. And he's doing it right now. Right now, he's doing it everywhere. You can see his fucking giant thumb. I don't know if it's giant, but you can see it. But because you can see the light reflecting off of it, he's like moving across. Bucket da 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 da. Bucket da 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 da. Yeah, that's it. That is 100% the technique. See, I didn't even know he was going to do that. This is what I know him for, and that's what he's doing. I just saw you, dude. You look gorgeous. Nice harmonic. I think his timing, that might be the thing I would give him credit for. His timing is like pretty... Like every time I think he's going to hit, he doesn't. He's like moves it somewhere. Oh, and I think he's also getting harmonics under his pinky finger. I can show you on... Here, let's do it on this one. It's not going to sound like as crazy as what he does, but it's the same type of idea. This is guitar tuned up. Okay. Puddle of Mud, blurry. Y'all know Puddle of Mud? So like take a bass note, harmonics, bass note, harmonics under one finger, same finger and harmonics, and then and if I finger pick it, you get like that's one finger. He's doing that, but he's doing it across more strings, and he's using, I think, his pinky, and he's going across the top 3 strings, and you're hearing harmonics ring out. But it's basically the same technique. I'm just playing a different song. Apparently it's a different song, but it really is the same shit. He was using his index finger. I'm like 100% positive. Yeah, we're like da 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 da. That's his pinky going across the harmonics on. Oh, that fan fret's fucking me up. I'm guessing fret 7 or 5. Yeah, his neck is so wide. He's actually using this part. He's using this part of his finger to get the harmonics.
Djent.
Kind of dope, man. Is that also a Music Man? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's a 7-string Music Man. Really? Okay. That's one of the dudes from that store, right? He's also killing it. Is that not the dude from the store? Sorry, dude. All of his guitar players look exactly the same. But more importantly, he has two really badass synths in the background. That's like actually cooler than his guitar playing with those synths. Oh, it's like death metal Telecaster. All of it sounds cool. It's just like, I don't know, like my face. My face is my face. I do think those fucking synths, though. The dude, this fucking synths behind him. Dude, son, what the fuck? Oh, those are triplet hammer-ons from an open string. Triplet, triplet, ba-da, triplet, triplet, ba-da, triplet, triplet, ba-da. So, right, triplets with an open string means you only have to use two of your fingers to do the triplet. Does it matter? It probably sounds better on the acoustic, but whatever, who gives a fuck? Triplets. But I'm not tapping or anything. It almost sounds like a tapping lick. But I'm using an open string. Open, finger, finger. Or maybe something like... But I have two open strings that are ringing. And it's like letting me my left hand work less. So it's doing that, but with with distortion. But out of every 6 notes, only 4 out of 6 is his actual hand. It's not like it sounds dope, but I'm just saying like it's to be efficient with your notes. But if I'm singing 6 notes, I'm only having to use my hand for 4 out of 6 of the notes because 2 of those notes are open strings. And also a big key giveaway is you see his index finger like go way high and then it comes down with his pinky. So you can tell he's actually hitting the string and he's going way high. But if you were playing a bunch of notes, your hand would not leave the guitar that far. So, but he knows, he's not thinking this, his hands know it. His hands let me know what he's actually doing. When you play fast, your hand never leaves the fingerboard that far. So he hits the open string, his hand comes up high to smack it hard with the index and go to the pinky. Now let's back it up. Let's go back up and slow it down. Wait, not this guy. Right here, this guy. Let's slow this down. Watch. Big giveaway. See how his like index and pinky are close to the fingerboard, his second and middle finger are elevated. But you will see, when we have to slow it down, that his index finger will actually come very far away from the fingerboard, which is very unnatural if you're playing a bunch of notes. The only time that ever makes sense is if you're playing an open string. So his hand comes far away to come back and smack the notes. It's like an involuntary muscle response. Look at his index. You see how his index finger goes way out and then comes back. Yeah. So those are open string triplets. Also comment on bass with like someone like Victor Wooten. I have no idea if this is what you wanted me to say, but this is just me reacting to people play guitar. Yeah, I'm 100% certain. It's He's doing 2 triplets on one string, and then 2 triplets on one string, and then triplets on another string. Sorry. That's dope. Arpeggios, but dope. That's fucking way harder than the last one. Not that everything should be based on hardness, it should be based on how you like it, but that's hard as fuck. I also hear 2 guitars. So some editing going on. There's definitely 2 guitars. I don't know if you want to call it 2 copies of the same guitar or whatever, but there's 1,000% 2 electric guitars right now in my head. I fuck with how authentic this is. This is like, I like this. Yes! Clean, very real and authentic, and also fucking rocks your face in. I fucking love this. He is fucking with the editing a little bit, but he's not making his guitar sound bigger than it is. He's selectively chopping it to one side or the other. He's not stacking anything. He's not doing like multiple levels. So yeah, this is all good. I love that guy. Whoever that last motherfucker was, that dude is awesome. This guy's playing the fucking bass string like it's a kick drum. Dude, I actually think the last dude's left hand, I think that's way harder than it seems, man. Like, I would be a little scared knowing that I have to like do what he just did. This guitar looks beautiful though. What's this guy got going on? Kind of cool. He also did the harmonic thing with his pinky. Can you catch that? Right there. There's actually, we can also clearly hear there's 2 guitars though, because we can hear harmonics that are going on. But it was the pinky trick. Again, 2 guitars. Kind of like, I don't know, man. I want to see 2 videos of yourself. Like, it just seems like some trickery. Everyone plays well here, but it still seems like trickery. Like, what if I didn't know I was hearing 2 guitars and I just thought you sounded that way? So like, it just seems like a little odd to me. This is the John Petrucci model. Anyways, I like what he's playing. I just like it. Like, it's just authentic, fucking heavy, no trickery. We just playing something. is that? Don't tell me that's fucking Tim Henson or somebody like that. It already seems like too sick to be allowed. Who is it gonna be? Oh, dude, I don't know you, but you're fucking unreal. This guy is a fucking monster. Compared to everyone we've seen in the video, this dude is another fucking animal. Dude, he's fucking... That dude's a fucking savage. Like, someone needs to put him in a jail cell. He does remind me of that Tim Henson style, but I don't know who came first or whatever, so I can't, say anything about that. But yeah, that dude is fucking on point. 10 out of 10. That dude's a fucking monster. And probably just gonna get better. And the little shit he's doing with his hand, I would almost say it's sped up, but I'm gonna call bullshit. Because you can do crazy shit when you get like your arms locked in. Oh, and the fact that it's pinky sticking out, like, might be a good eye. Like, when you have tension in your right hand, your picking hand, when you have tension in your right hand, a lot of times it expresses itself by your pinky sticking out. I would call it a pinky boner. So, like, the fact that his pinky is sticking out makes me think he's actually trying really hard, which makes it seem more likely to be 100% real. But sped up or not, I don't think it's sped up. But that dude is a fucking savage. Like, fuck everyone else. That dude is on point. So this poor bastard, it doesn't really matter how good he does. Because he came behind the last dude. So, dude, pretty much anything he plays is going to seem like lackluster. It depends on where you are on a bill, dude. I've seen this guy before. Is this the guy who did 4 guitars and I was upset because he did 2 and then 3 and then 4, but he didn't show the 3, he showed the 2 and the 4? I think it's this guy. Now we have all 4 in front of us though. I also fuck with that. He reminds me a lot of that black dude who was like, why am I saying black dude? Because how many black dudes were in the fucking video, man? It's called description. But the dude who I said was lining up with the kick drum. I feel like this is very much... I think these two guys are basically the best example of that style. Like, lining up with that fucking kick. Yeah, 100%, dude. Well, we did it, right? It's fucking done. We did it. We made it. We made it. Fuck YouTube in the future, man. I'm so gone. I'm gonna chill in the comments. I'm gonna dip the fuck out.